I am no longer in love with my husband. After 30 days of marriage, after 30 days of marriage, I am no longer in love with my husband. It's Tuesday afternoon. Good evening. My name is Janice. We're going to talk about that. I wasn't going to do a video, but since I'm cooking, girl, I just threw everything in the oven. I said, well, let me just do a quick video since I got to cook dinner for the kids to feed the kids. Okay. Okay. So in my community tab, there is somebody sent me this to say, hello, guys. I need prayer. I married about a month ago and I have fallen out of love with him. And girl, I was trying to get some more information, but she didn't email me back like, wait, what else did she say? How do you fall out of love with your husband after 30 days? Like, how is that even possible? I'm still trying to think what I was doing after 30 days. But actually, my husband and I, we didn't start living together until like September. We got married in May. We didn't close on our house till July because there's a lot of issues. Well, we had an oil tank, and my lawyer was like, "No, we are not closing on this house with no oil tank in the ground. Y'all better take it up." And he was like, "Look, I've never closed on a house with an oil tank in the ground. If you want to close, you can find another lawyer, but I'm not closing with the oil tank." So we was like, "No, we love you. Our realtor recommend you. You've been with us over a year trying to find a house." And so they had to take up the oil tank, and that takes forever. Then the state have to come and test the ground, and then that takes forever. And so we didn't close on our house until July. We got married May. Okay, we had nowhere to live. Well, I was home with my mama, and my husband had given up his townhouse and went back home with his mama. Okay, and so we closed July, and we moved in after had to get it painted and stuff like that, and we moved in about August, September. Okay. So what is it that happened after 30 days that you don't love him anymore? I mean, your foundation. How did your foundation crumble in 30 days? Okay, that's because you didn't build a foundation. This is why this book, 23 Types of Guys, is so necessary, because I talk about how to date and how to choose your husband. How this man you dated, courted, got engaged, walked down the aisle to, how is it after 30 days you're not in love with him? What happened? Don't tell me he got a micro penis. I guess I would fall out of love too, girl. But anyways, what was it? Let's go to the community tab. I'm gonna give some shout out. I haven't done shout outs in a while, but I'm gonna jump in the community tab and see what the cousins are saying. Okay, because I don't understand it myself. And so here it is. She said, this is in my community tag. Eska, hey, Eska, shout out to Eska. She said, wait, no, she couldn't have been with him for some time, and this marriage contract has sank in. I seriously doubt it's ordained by God, because if it were, she'd know marriage is about more than love. Now, let me say this: marriage, yeah, she's right. Marriage is about more than love, but love is very important. Being in love is important. That's that passion part that comes in. And I don't remember who say, could have been my marriage counselor. He said to actually love a person is greater than being in love with a person. Okay. I understood it as in love is that passion. Okay. Mike comes home with one of those New York haircut, and I'm like, that's that passion. But you couldn't possibly have loved him if you've fallen out of love already. Okay, Latanya, she said the person was in love with either having a wedding or saying they are married. Some folks just need to have a big party, make a great entrance so they can be the center of attention, instead of having a wedding and wasting our good clothes and gifts for wedding that don't last a year. Dee Dee says go to counseling, individual and couples. They woke up after 1 month and was like, what have I gotten myself into, shaking my head. They didn't date for data. And Tiffany, hey, Tiffany, has the, someone, I know somebody said, I guess that was Escott. How is it possible? This is why dating is for data. She probably married. It was all emotional. It was all emotional. She probably got married. Oh, his breath stink. A lot of women, especially Christian women. I'm writing a book on this. See marriage through rose colored glasses. Okay, another thing, somebody asked me about femininity. I do have something coming on femininity, but I'm not going to teach it on YouTube because people be stealing my okay. And I am learning that the things that God give me, I can't teach it on YouTube. I have to write it first and then I teach it, because then anybody comes saying it afterwards, they know they got it from me. Like dating is for data. Okay. And so she probably fell in love with a vision of this man. You didn't know he leave the toilet seat up. Do you know how long it took me to get my husband to close the toilet seat? My husband was a bachelor for years. From the time he went left to go to college, he was on his own. And they don't close the toilet seat. And so I had to make it my business. I wrote signs up. I put it on the toilet seat. I put it under the toilet. I put it in the shower. I put it on his phone and on his computer. I put it on the fridge. I put it on the remote. I put it on the TV. I put it in the closet. I put it in his drawer. Close the toilet seat. Close. Every time he looked, I put it on there. Because I hate to use this word, retrain him to close the toilet seat. And after a while, about a month, he got it. And so I'm teaching my little boy, close the toilet seat. So now when we're going looking at houses, little Michael see the toilet seat. He said, who left the toilet seat open? Okay. So my little boy knows to close the toilet seat. And when he gets married, his wife will not have an issue with him closing the toilet seat. She probably married a vision. You didn't know when he poop, it's going to smell. Okay, you know he stay in the bathroom. The men, they got to shit, shower, and shave. That's what the guys at the job say. Because I'm like, me and Mike, we can't share a bathroom because he be staying in there too long. You got to get out, Mike. Okay, so we laugh about it. And we talk about all we both need in our new house is we can't share bathrooms. He probably leaving his socks on the floor, leave his drawers on the floor. 10 years a girlfriend, this lady, she said her husband was leave the drawers on the floor. He would step out the drawers, step over the drawers, step in the tub, and leave the drawers out there. She said, Janice, the thing about it is the basket is right there. I was like, girl, the devil is a whole lie. There is no way you're going to step out of your drawers, leave it on the floor, and the basket is right there. So I told her, giving one more warning. Anything on the floor with the exception of the rugs is garbage. And she swept his drawers in the garbage until he ain't got no drawers. Where my drawers at? Where did you leave them? And I'm so glad I don't have that problem with my husband. Everybody in my house has their own basket. My husband has his basket. Little Michael has his basket. And I'm training little Michael, when you take off your clothes, you put it in your hamper. You take off your socks, you put it in the hamper. You take off your shoes. Little Michael has a shoebox right at the stairs. You put your shoes in your shoebox. Big Mike has his shoebox behind that door in the hallway. So I should not see anybody's shoes all over my house. My daughter's on the 3rd floor. She got a shoebox. I have shoeboxes. Everybody have their place to put what they need. So when you come together, especially those of us church girls that was a shacking up before we get married, you have to say, well, this is how we gonna do it. Okay? This is how we gonna do it. So one of the good thing with me was my husband. He was a bachelor, but he was clean. When I went to his townhouse, it was clean. There was nothing all over the place. My husband's very clean. So we don't have any problems, except when we first got married, that toilet, close the toilet, Mike. Close the toilet. Okay? So when you're choosing your husband, ladies, you have to build that foundation. Could not see myself after 1 month talking about I'm not in love with Mike no more. Because it's more than feelings, right? When you're choosing your husband, the man you're supposed to live on earth with, remember the two most important decisions you will make is where you will spend eternity, aka your decision for Christ, and who you will live on earth with, your husband. Okay, ladies. So when you're choosing your husband, what is it that you like about him? My husband had to be born again. My husband had to be a tither. My husband had to be a gentleman. My husband had to do a good job. And there were other things. Okay, when I met him, I was attracted to him. I found him attractive. He's tall. He's good looking. He speaks well. He has nice teeth. His shoes were clean. His fingernails were clean. He dresses nicely. He still has the sweater he wore when we met. So it's more than feelings. If I ever wake up one day talk about I don't love Big Mike, I don't think it's ever going to happen because God knows I love that man. Okay, he sent me some flowers today, girl. He sent me some flowers work today. Okay, but when you wake up and you feel like you don't love him or you're not in love, the passion, then you have to think about all the other things you like about him. You know, oh, I love that my husband is a gentleman. I love that he's very good looking to me. I love that he speaks well. I love that he loves history. We could sit and talk. You know, I love all those things about my husband. So that's why a lot of marriages are not lasting because they didn't date for data. They're dating for feelings and emotions. And after, you know what happened with her? You know what happened? Her eyes was covered. Her eyes were covered. A lot of women, this is how they get married. They date like this. They court like this. They get engaged like this. When they at marriage counsel, they counsel like this. They walk down the aisle like this. And then they get married and start living together. And slowly but surely, the scales fall and they don't like the person they're married to because they didn't date for data. Didn't date for data. What happened in 30 days that you're not in love? Unless, with the exception of the microdingling. If it's not a microdingling, ma'am, we got problems. But a lot of women are like this woman because you don't date for data and you don't marry for data. You do it for emotions. And when those emotions wear off, you're like, I don't even like you. I don't love you. I'm not in love with you, and I don't even like you. So y'all tell me what y'all think happened in 30 days, girl. But if you do not have this book, 23 Types of Guys, let me tell you, if you don't have it, you must get this book. I'm trying to do a summer refresh, and Onika, she did this book in her book club last year, and I was on it. She did an excellent job. I'm trying to book her to come on my channel to do the book club for me. And we'll see how it goes. But everything you need to date, if you're dating for marriage, choosing your husband is in here. Because your foundation can't be, remember the scripture that says, man that build his house upon the sand. There are a lot of marriages that build upon sand. And when the rivers and the rain and the storms, 30 days come in, girl, it washes away. But if you build your house or your marriage upon a rock, Jesus is the rock, but your foundation of your marriage, why are you marrying this person? Why do you think this person will make a good husband for the rest of your life? Okay, and a lot of women they don't date like that. You know, you rose-colored glasses, and you're not seeing the real person. I love you. I have to go. 10 years a girlfriend, honey. I need your reviews on Amazon. It's been a year, and I don't have 100 reviews yet. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.